These are the best highlights from the matchup between T1 and Gen.G during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
No harm, no foul. However, Ona being able to trade evenly on that front is certainly good news as Lehens goes in, looks for Carrier as Pays and Gumyushi fighting, and Guma's going to say that that one is absolutely fine. The flash forward, almost, but there it is! For Carrier, oh my goodness, Lehens being able to pick it up with the Ignite, and Carrier flight
against this in a long amount of time.
And it was actually a bit of an oldie but a goodie. Ezreal Leona from back in the day, so they have to do a bit of recalibrating.
Big win here.
Yeah. T1 going to move on over and grab themselves a dragon. Canyon a little bit distracted by a raptor camp. You can see that there is scuttle vision. Not going to work out as Canyon is...
Zeus, he's just living his best life as owner, paying a visit towards the top side.
Yeah, making his way in. Zeus is already ghosted as Keen was trying to get out of there. It doesn't quite work. Walks back, picks up a rock, but he's just dead. That is going to be the Glacial Prison. Owner going to place... Crazy. Anyway, Lehens making his way in towards his bottom side, and there is a ward in this brush as well. There's the flash forward. Stuns go by as Solar Flare will connect. And Zeus absolutely...
Because as soon as TF is CC'd, particularly because Zeus doesn't have mercs, you're going to be fine from that point. And I think realistically you should also have prio in a lot of these lanes, most notably mid. Gen.G is going to be set up. So T1, they need to try and get in here, but they're taking a lot of poke.
Yeah, there's the Weaver's Wall as Pays is on the other side of it. Carrier goes in, True Shot Barrage is decent, but Gen.G's health bars are going down so incredibly low already. Both of the tanks have been taken out. And Pays, the only one with a decent health bar. Canyon not going to quite be able to make it out there as Jovi will finish him off, and Pays is flashing over the top of the seismic shove. And now it's Gumyushi and Ona that are on the run. Gen.G walk out victorious.
And they get the front line, but the damage dealers for Gen.G look at them and go, hey, they follow the same fate. So understand their willingness to try and push through, but yeah, as I was saying, the game where I got
fight as well. Aggressive Ezreal. That is what you want to see.
You have to.
So many times we see Ezreal play, professionally or not, where it is just a little bit too passive. You utilize your Arcane Shift to play defensively. Utilizing it well, I think, is using it to go forward.
He's
speaking
giggling.
of going... Oh, never mind, going back.
Find target, hit the knock-up, hit the CC chain, and then go from there.
Well, Canyon looking for a bit of a pincer play as the Glacial Prison doesn't find the mark. Weaver's Wall comes down as Chovy gonna get pushed back. A flash from Lehens, but he's got nowhere to go. Solar Flare comes in, he stays alive. It's the Primal Surge that keeps him up. Still, he's out of this fight now. Carrier also very low. True Shot Barrage not really finding the key targets. Neither does the Seismic Shove, and T1, they cut their losses.
And again looked like the fight that T1 were looking for.
Right?
Lehens is very far forward. Even though Chovy doesn't get hit by the prison, they're still able to get on top of this Leona. But between Lehens getting the early kill, Eclipse and Aftershock, doesn't end up going...
Because Gen.G have tried to get a monopoly on it afterwards, but now the Destiny comes in. Chovy gonna just flash over the wall, and he is going to be fine. Canyon looks for an opportunity. Solar Flare comes in as Gumyushi has just dove on top of him. Not quite enough damage to take him down, though. True Shot Barrage is going to be great, and Gumyushi will be immediately punished. Shield of Daybreak, Carrier goes down as well, and Gen.G will fight back, and Pays is looking for more. They get the vision onto Zeus there, but he's not going to be discovered. That was a blind one from Canyon. Decent little attempt, but it doesn't quite work out. As Keen will be able to lock down Faker here, who was on the wrong side of that turret. And from this point on, man, it's getting real difficult for T1.
Oh, T1! Again! Think they have the angle, and I understand that they have the lockdown, they have the TF, and Chovy gets out. Oh, yeah.
Which I guess was blue Ezreal.
No, but there were like, I swear there were like 3 flavors of like different eras of blue Ezreal as well.
He has certainly abused items for a long time, and now it is Zeus' turn. Oh dear, Alcove Gaming not his favorite as Keen was looking to cut him off. As soon as Gumyushi turns up, they realize that it's on the other side, as we do have Soul Point picked up for Gen.G. It is only an Ocean, but it's still going to be important. Not counting them out in the series, but this game is looking rough as Carrier is going to go for a bit of an engage here. Chains of Corruption going to connect as well, but the flash out from Canyon avoids the piercing arrow. We've got a lot of Glacial Prisons, but it's Faker that falls down, and Chovy just stands his ground. Now, Zeus on the other side of the fight. He'll find Pays, who instantly cleanses. Now waiting for that Arcane Shift to get over the wall. Valkyrie is there for Chovy as he closes in, and Canyon, he'll find the spear under Carrier. Nowhere for him to go, and now they're underneath this inner turret, and I do not think they're safe. Keen able to tank forward, Gumayusi to be taken down. The executions one after the other, and Gen.G, I mean, it's only Ona left standing. They'll take this inner turret and maybe more.
Another Hail Mary by T1, but no one is listening to their prayers. Resources are invested for no payoff, and Gen.G is going to be bringing us very certainly to a...
Lehens really did become sort of synonymous with these kind of picks, and he's looking really, really good on it this time around as well. Spear not going to quite find the mark there, but there is poke coming from absolutely everywhere. Zayas, oh my goodness! Canyon and Chovy doing a whole lot of work. Doesn't find that rocket, but it doesn't matter. They'll find the inhibitor and the one in the mid lane as well as Gen.G. Utilizing this Baron relatively effectively, moving up to a 3k Baron power play.
It's a pretty good one, Atlas.
They're not going to spend that money, I don't think, because I think maybe this could be the last ditch as, okay, Ona goes in, looks for that fight, but Carrier, he's going to be the one to suffer for it. In goes Lehens as well. True Shot Barrage finding some targets. Gumayusi going to be his first one. And now Chovy just wants over the wall. He'll flash it in the end as Faker on the fountain, not going to be able to get anything done. And Gen.G, they will be able to claim the first Nexus in this series over T1, and we'll see what they have for us in Game 2. Have to see whether T1 can survive the early game a little bit longer, because we know that Ezreal, when he isn't as accelerated as Page to Corki at all, and I watched Chovy play over the last couple of days.
Atlas.
Okay, we're looking for a dive here. No 2v2 kill, but there's the Zenith Blade in. Immediate cleanse flash from Gumayusi as they're trying to get that kill first. It is going to be first blood going over to Carrier, but it's a 1-for-1 immediately. Still, I mean, with the fact that Gumayusi goes down, not wanting to give that one away, he's going to be able to steal it with a smite. And Ona gonna have to get out of there as Rocket Jump comes in. Ultimate misses there from Chovy. He's taking a lot of damage as there it is. The Impale, but the flash out from Faker just too good. As Pays possibly gonna get stunned up as Lehens is right under the turret. I don't know about that one, but Gumayusi goes down. And Pays is able to pick up that kill. Can he get the other one onto Carrier as well? And it looks like the answer's going to be up. And it didn't look like they were on the same page in a lot of instances. I think if there's ever an example of that synergy being repaired, is the fact that Pays is ready to go in on one of Lehens' crazy journeys. And it's beautiful to see, as Canyon's just going to get engaged on here. Carrier pulls the trigger in a moment, and Canyon misses the flash. Gen.G just going to get punished out of nowhere here. Trying to make it happen, and this time around, T1 have been able to punish Canyon as Carrier in once again. There's the Magnet Storm. They don't quite find Pays, but Lehens standing his ground, and Carrier just going to get punished. Pays finding the last auto, and Ona just not here in time. Pays still fighting more as there's the cleanse to get out of the way of the seismic. Oh, speaking of seismic shove, it is Pays that now needs to have the curtains blocked, and Ona down so incredibly low. Canyon going to punish him. Gumayusi just needs one. Give the man one, but he's not going to be spared it as Canyon looks for the spear. Good dodge from Gumayusi, but he wanted kill.
Chovy has not, meaning that T1 will be able to get to a 2 Drake lead. And we talked a lot about Gen.G, talked a lot about Canyon as he needs to make sure he doesn't get taken down. And Carrier setting up a trap.
Yeah. This back is going to come out just and make sure that he stops him right at the very end. Very nicely done. So Canyon going to return the favor of the draft that we've had.
Singing in the streets.
Oh, 100%. And it's been a very cloudless weekend as well. It's been beautiful weather here.
Oh, it's amazing.
So making up for it with some extra cloud souls. You'll love to see it. He
As,
really is.
Oh, it's bot lane Herald instead. T1 does have a response, but I don't know if they have enough members.
Yeah, Flash comes out just to avoid the ultimate from Chovy here. A seismic shove just barely not able to land onto Lehens there. So the turret will go down. As, okay, Gumayusi looking for the angle. Canyon's in trouble, and there it is. It's Carrier that locks it down in the end. Seismic shove opted into by Lehens, and the last bullet will ring. Just too good, so he was always going to get caught as Shattering Strike not going to connect here by Carrier, going to stop Lehens from being able to go back home. But I think this supportal combat not going to be that great for Carrier, as there's the ulti. Fate Seal gets a flash out of Ona as Chovy back out of there again, but Carrier doesn't have that option as Pays locks it up with a Mystic Shot. Gen.G straight out of the gate once.
Ideally, so can spend their hard-earned money.
And then join this potential fight here. You can see both of them going back home now. Teleport coming in immediately. Keen does have his Merc Treads now completed as well. Picks up some rocks from the bottom of the river. See whether he can throw him at T1 effectively. Finds Zeus with one of them. He's been doing that all game. Really got his eye in as okay. Now the Weaver's Wall will be able to guarantee this outer turret. Pays not too phased by it. Keen also.
In the previous fight, the amount of poke that Gen.G can reliably land is way lower. There's also no Corki. That obviously changes.
It's a maneuver as Lahens is... Okay, well, Carrier is flashing out, but there's the ulti from Chovy. He gets bounced around, but it's just enough damage that's being done. And Owner is... They're going to start this one up. It is spotted by T1, but what can they do about it? That is the question. Teleport coming in, Gen.G committing to this one. Kraken Slayer done for Chovy as he makes his way back into the fight. Keen, incredibly tanky. Curtain Call has been utilized. Lahan's not going to be able to tank too many of these. Finally, he does go down, and there is a huge impale from Keen. Pay's now able to free hit once again. He'll pick up a double as the Arcane shifts, flashes, and gets himself forward. It's one last one, thanks to that beautiful red buff that was given to him so kindly by Canyon. He's going to take yet another kill, and now Gen.G are going to press even further forward. Owner, he just got out of the death chamber, and they're looking to put it back. There's the Mystic Shot snipe. Beautifully played by Payson. Can we cancel the buffs? We need to cancel the buffs, Rao.
It's too late! Atlas, they're already in the air!
Get Mr. Turley on the line!
They're on their way! Get the hotfix out!
Oh, God!
Gen.G, that's the best case scenario. Not only do you get the kill onto Owner, not only do you then get the Baron.
Of that Baron Pit beautifully, they'll now put it to work, taking down this inner turret towards the top side. Seismic Shove avoided here by Lahens as he finds the Solar Flare, or at least the slow, onto Owner and Faker. Fair bit of damage going down, Shattering Strike coming in, Carrier trying to get them away from this, but this is just not going to stand in front of Gen.G. There is at least a tower falling down on the bottom side. Seismic Shove is going to connect onto Keen, but he just doesn't even notice. He doesn't care. Maybe that he thought it was gap close that he could utilize as the fate is sealed for Gumayusi. The spear going to execute him. Keen crashes into a Nexus turret. And it should just be the 2-0 right here, right now for Gen.G as they do not stop pushing forward. A 10,000 gold lead, and our MSI champions are looking to continue that streak into the LCK with a 2-0 start to the season. If this will ever die.
No MSI hangover for this team. Lahens is cackling.
He had a brilliant...
These were some of the best moments from the matchup between T1 and Gen.G during the 2024 LCK Summer Split. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.